How to get over a breakup, per expert advice. There is no avoiding it, even when done delicately. Breakups are painful. They have the power to rock you to your core and make you doubt both your self-assurance and your belief in love. If you've been dumped, on top of lamenting a lost relationship, you're also dealing with the very real ache of rejection. There is frequently remorse mixed into your anguish when you made the decision to terminate things. Even in circumstances where both parties are on good terms, a separation is still a failure because we are conditioned to believe that relationships should last forever. Breakups are very frequently the jarring prelude to a better, newer life, one that may finally entail a union with someone more compatible. However, you have every right to feel inconsolable during those initial few traumatic days and weeks. However, with enough time, you can advance and rise. Here are 20 expert recommended strategies to feel better quickly. 1. Avoid remaining friends and think about blocking your ex instead. You two may have pledged to remain friends, as many people do. Even when you do it for pragmatic reasons, like if you work together, maintaining the connection helps things stay cordial and lessens the abruptness of the shift, but it may be a difficult undertaking. It's possible that a post-breakup friendship will develop, but the operative word here is time. Very few ex-partners quickly become friends, and if you believe you have, watch what happens when one of you begins dating someone new. In fact, maintaining a friendship with an ex-spouse is associated with harder times finding a new romantic partner as well as greater despair, jealousy, and heartbreak. Deleting the other person's phone number from your phone if they started the breakup so you won't be tempted to call them. You'll be able to stop yourself from making the dreaded drunk dial and sending inappropriate texts. 2. Purge social media, to safeguard your heart. Facebook and Instagram can be sheer poison for the broken-hearted, whether you're looking through old images of happier times or hitting refresh on your ex's profile to scrutinize every post. 3. Only get in touch with your ex if it's absolutely necessary. Do you notice a pattern here? Distance is challenging yet essential. It's one thing to plan a move and determine joint dog custody, it's quite another to call or stop by to collect that one hoodie you need. Never drop by. It won't aid in your healing, and the sooner you can get used to living without your ex, the better it will be for you. 4. Stay away from them again. Let's face it, even the best of us might occasionally be tempted to rekindle a past love. One could find the prospect of getting back together with an ex more enticing than they should during times of weakness or loneliness. Further, those who need more love and reassurance in their relationships owing to insecure attachment are more interested in getting back together with an ex. But rather than giving in, take control of your recovery process and refrain from making a call to an ex. It's likely that, especially if not enough time has passed, you'll run into the same problems that caused you to break up in the first place or undo all of your attempts to move on. It's important to put your attention on yourself and channel that energy toward more worthwhile endeavors, like prospective new hobbies. 5. Write further. Writing is a new hobby you might take up to help you deal with your feelings after a breakup. Breakups invariably result in unpleasant sentiments, and it's all too simple to dwell in those emotions, spiral downward, and bottom out. Commit to writing about your most sincere feelings and pleasant ideas regarding the previous relationship for 20 minutes per day for 3 days. Being a pessimist might occasionally cloud your perspective on everything, but it can also cause sentiments of hatred, despair, or rage to fester inside of you until they choke you. In order to go forward and perceive the positive aspects of the relationship, such as a potential silver lining, it is crucial to be able to acknowledge it. 6. Make plans with your friends. You're probably not going to feel fantastic right away after a breakup, so try to divert your attention as much as you can. Make plans with pals to keep yourself from having time to mope. Plan a dinner date with your best friend. If you two wind up talking for hours, all the better. Come prepared with an apology if you're the kind to put off non-romantic interactions when you're in love, and the intention to never do that again. You might put all of your effort into making new pals. Prior to sending out those invitations, keep in mind to only invite those who inspire you to be your best selves rather than those who do not. Right now, your heart has to be treated with care since it feels like a wounded young animal. 7. Draw strength from your past. Many people choose to suppress their negative emotions, rather than deal with the suffering that comes with them. As much as you may divert your attention with enjoyable activities, take care not to fully bury your emotions. That backfires because attempting to suppress your thoughts ironically leads to increased thought. 8. Create a playlist for breakups. The breakup mix is an essential component of your post-parting toolset because music has a significant impact on mood. Let the breakup playlist be your constant when you find yourself adrift in a swirling sea of emotions while traveling to work or frantically cleaning your flat. What should you add to your mix? That is really private. A 2016 study found that while melancholy music can make some people feel better, it can also make some people feel worse. If you've found in the past that listening to melancholy music helps you relax, do it. If not, you should stop listening to that Adele record right away. Think about invigorating talk to the hand jams that make you feel, to use a Lizzo song's phrase, good as hell. Another great choice is Truth Hurts, as are all of these terrific songs for breaking up. 9. Rebuild a world without them. It's natural to discuss your aspirations and make plans for your future together when you're in a relationship. One explanation for why we frequently have a sense of stuckness and lostness following a breakup. We can no longer have the future we once imagined. However, if we don't navigate these turbulent waters properly, we risk assigning a disproportionate value to our ex-relationship, which would make it much more difficult to move on. 10. Rediscover who you are. Breakups can rock us to our very core, and relationships frequently mold us. A crucial stage in moving on is reflecting on who we are now that we no longer have the role of a partner or the influence of that person. Do the things you love to do again because they didn't stop. 11. Let a good book carry you away. Is there a more effective, and less expensive, way to escape than with a good book? You'll get out of the house, and you never know who you'll start a conversation with about the page turner in your hands, so pack one up in your bag and head to the park or a coffee shop. 12. Keep things moving by starting a new workout. Exercise helps your body produce serotonin and endorphins, which enhance your mood. You can work out while listening to your breakup soundtrack. It's acceptable if you've never followed a workout plan before. According to a recent study, starting now could still result in significant advantages, such as a lower risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and premature death. Furthermore, it's challenging, if not impossible, to cry your way through a Zumba class in its entirety. 13. Give yourself space to mourn. Your sentiments are real, and processing them is a journey in and of itself, regardless of the specifics of your breakup. They've probably been a part of your life on a daily basis for some time, and you need to mourn that loss nearly as you would a death, the counselor said. 14. Travel and discover new locations. Explore a new area to get into a fresh frame of mind. A luxurious, eat, pray, love-style solo vacation is not required. Start by taking a different route home or visiting a restaurant that neither of you have ever been to. Push yourself to visit areas of the city you've never been to or go on a solo weekend getaway to a place you've wanted to go but haven't had the chance. 15. Stay away from breakup haircuts. Or, at the very least, wait a moment before obtaining bangs for the first time ever. The same holds true for leaving your job, getting the tattoo that last night seemed like a great idea, and all other significant life changes. Your judgment may be impacted by your strong emotions, irregular sleeping or eating patterns, and other factors. 16. Describe what you discovered. Decide what the most important lessons were from your experience with the person. We learn a lot about the other person and ourselves via relationships. 17. Let go of the hypotheticals and errors. We discover a lot about ourselves via our interactions, both positive and negative. Learning about yourself and what you want in a relationship won't happen if you keep going in circles and feel resentful and angry. It will keep you mired in the issues from the past. Avoid the impulse to fret and rant about what went wrong. Since we can't go back and change the past, let's accept this fact and extend ourselves some grace while we deal with it. Try to understand why the relationship ended and instead concentrate on imagining what you would like to give and receive from your next spouse. There are 2 ways to let go of anger regarding the wrongs you've experienced: meditation and counseling, and definitely skip bringing the topic up on future dates. In relation to dates, 18. Don't get right into the dating scene. On a Tinder date, it's a strong indication that you need more time if you start complaining about your ex. You don't want to be crying over cocktails about your ex, even though meeting new people can be a great way to understand there are many more fish in the sea. 19. Reevaluate how you define closure. It's not that there isn't any closure. It's that too many one last talk coffee shop meetups, DMs, and phone conversations are made in the name of getting it, but all you're really doing is causing a wound to reopen. Only time can bring forth true resolution. 20. And at last, when you are prepared, pardon. Forgive the other person and yourself for the faults you committed in the relationship. If both of you desire it, letting go of the animosity will eventually enable you find that friendship with an ex. More importantly, it will facilitate your progress. This is all for today. Check out other videos on our channel. Thank you for being with us.